What, no flowers? No candy?
I've been talking to John Marinelli.
Oh, well, he's made a clean breast of it then, has he?
You should have gone to the judge.
What, and ruined Kelly's career just because she had the bad judgment to fall in love with a prosecutor? I mean, what was I going to do? They were in love. I tried to protect her. And Marinelli.
Marinelli dumped a crucial witness.
No judge would have ever allowed Baxter to testify, and Hopkins still would have been acquitted, Peter still would have gotten his gun, and Kelly would still be dead.
Yeah, well, Colin's not going to see it that way, and neither is Turley when she gets a hold of it. There's got to be a way to fix this.
Well, you have to do what's right for your case, which means getting justice for Kelly's family.
The position Turley's put me in affects you too, Doug.
Kelly was a lot like you know. Stubborn. Passionate to a fault.
I don't think you understand what's going to happen if Turley finds out what you did.
I understand.
You could be disbarred.
Well, if I had it to do over again, I'd do the same.
You telling me Doug Hellman forced Marinelli to bury a witness?
He says he was just trying to protect John and Kelly.
Yeah, and getting an acquittal for his client was incidental,
well,
right?
Hellman's on the hook, too. I mean, if Turley exposes what he did...
Hellman is not my problem. Turley is going to ram Marinelli's misconduct down our throats.
She's bound to find Baxter. Our only hope is the counter motion we filed, arguing the Hopkins trial is irrelevant to the Peters case and therefore not discoverable.
Oh, we should win that. I can't see a judge allowing Turley to rifle through this office's work product and personal notes.
Let's hope you're right.
Your Honor, the Hopkins case couldn't be more relevant. It is the factual basis for the provocation that led to my client's actions.
Your Honor, the jury verdict provoked Bob Peters, not Prosecutor Marinelli's private work product about the case.
The material can substantiate my client's assertion Mr. Marinelli misled him about the prospect of convicting Hopkins for the murder of his daughter.
Defense has presented no evidence that Mr. Marinelli ever made those assurances to Mr. Peters.
Your Honor, that is precisely why we want to depose Mr. Marinelli and look at his papers on the case.
Ms. Chase, while I understand the need for privilege in the prosecutor's office, I believe the attorney work product in this instance is relevant to Mr. Peters' defense. Therefore, I am granting Ms. Turley's discovery motion.
Your Honor, this goes against case law and precedent.
If you believe you have sensitive work product, you can always file for an in-camera inspection.
Are you worried about what I'm going to find in the files?
Of course not.
Then why are you working so hard to keep me from seeing them?
Principal, Hannah, we can't have defense attorneys rummaging through our notes.
Annabeth, I'm just trying to do my job. And as long as the state of Indiana insists on trying this as a death penalty case, I will do everything in my power to fight it.
How'd it go with the prosecuting attorney?
He doesn't like being held over a barrel any more than I do. We'd both prefer to deal with this in an upfront manner, not have it impact a high-profile case. Marinelli's a problem we inherited, and he's going to have to answer for it, and if need be, I'll make an example out of him.
Turley suggested she'd be open to a deal. Take the death penalty off the table. That's what she wants.
Manslaughter, 20 years, no opposition, parole.
Well, the offer may be better coming from you. Let her know this isn't some game I'm running on her.
Done. Maybe I can charm her.
Good luck with that.
Mr. Conlon, a rare sighting in these humble precincts. To what do we owe the honor?
I'll get right to it, Miss Turley. Prosecutor's office acknowledges your client's dismay with the verdict in the Hopkins case, but that ship has sailed. The jury acquitted him.
I don't think you're here to talk about double jeopardy. We won the discovery motion, so offer us a deal or give us the files on the Hopkins case.
Manslaughter, 20 years, no opposition to parole.
24 hours ago, you wanted to try this as a death penalty case. These notes and files had a little something to do with that.
Offers on the table.
Bob, I think you should take it.
20 years. I may not be alive in 20 years. You said we would take this to trial.
Yes, but they removed the death penalty. That's a good deal.
Not good enough. I want people to hear my story. Hear how I was led to believe that I would get justice, and how that was taken from me.
And I want justice for Kelly Jaffe and Doug Hellman. Convince him. You and I both know this is in his best interest.
Well, of course I'm going to talk to him. But as you can see, he's fairly dug in.
If he changes his mind, let me know.
And I'm still waiting on those case files. Don't force me to go back to Judge Jenkins and get a contempt of court citation.
Clock's ticking on her motion.
We have no choice but to comply. Hold it till tomorrow, though. I need some time to get my ducks in a row.
One of those ducks, Marinelli?
He'll resign today.
What about Hellman?
We're referring Hellman to the Ethics Review Board of the Indiana Bar.
Someone should let him know this is coming.
I will. He'll be at the church, paying his respects to Kelly's parents.
As long as you're there, talk to them too. Let them know about their daughter's relationship with Marinelli before they read about it in the paper.
Mr. Jaffe, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Kelly was an amazing woman.
Thank you. She always spoke so highly of you.
We offered Bob Peters a plea.
A plea?
Manslaughter. A minimum sentence of 20 years.
20 years? For killing my daughter?
He turned it down.
Huh.
Now, if we go to trial, his lawyer is going to exploit something Kelly did, something she shouldn't have done.
Is this about John Marinelli? I know all about it. He called me yesterday. Told me about his relationship with Kelly. They loved each other. Well, if that's unethical, I can live with that.
It's more than that. I think Kelly may have inadvertently given Marinelli a crucial piece of evidence.
It's nice of you to say that it was inadvertent. It wasn't. Kelly told us that she was sure that Hopkins had killed his wife. If John Marinelli found something, it's because Kelly wanted him to. I think I'll just leave it at that. Thanks so much for coming.